What's up, my people? Happy Saturday, and testimonial for you. Pardon the angle of this video, but I'm driving and I don't have one of those mounts that can keep my phone up right now. They never work. They never stick to the dash. But anyway, had a feeling this morning. I woke up and something told me go work out at Go's Gym off of Fairview Road. This is the gym that I always worked out when the Cooper family had a house in Oakley, and went there and then got a good workout in, and then it hit me. I ran into a friend of mine who hadn't seen in a while, and we were talking about second chances and talking about business stuff and family stuff, and just all the things that formerly incarcerated people talk about. And my friend, he was talking about potentially starting a nonprofit. And that's what led to this video, because what I told him is what I'm going to tell y'all, right? I have made videos about this in the past, but I'm going to keep it hot because I want to make sure this information gets out there, because it's important. As a leader, I must share the information. So let me tell you, having a nonprofit is not a walk in the park. Starting a nonprofit is not, it's not easy. It's not as simple as starting a nonprofit and getting donations. Like, you got to have a chair, you got to have a treasurer, secretary, you got to have a board. You have to have a committed board, somebody who's really about the mission, somebody who is really a believer of the visionary. You feel me? You may be a visionary, but do you have the capacity to be able to convene, collect, rally a board who is really committed, right? A really committed board. Now, I'm not talking about none of that here and there on the board just to say you own the board, but somebody who is really committed to the organization. Because having a nonprofit, what I've learned, it takes work, and you got to have a treasurer, you got to have a chair, secretary, consistent board meetings, people that's showing up. You dig? Yeah, you got to have an executive committee. You want to have that thing doing the right thing, because whenever you got a nonprofit, it's everybody's business now. It's everybody's business. And so I talked to my brother, and I told him that. And what I'm going to tell y'all is like, you got a fire idea or something like that, and you want to be able to raise money to support your idea. If it's not a product that you're selling and you want to provide a service, partner with a nonprofit. Partner with a solid nonprofit, and y'all do y'all thing. But this is what I'm going to tell you. Make sure you got a memorandum of understanding. Make sure you got some paperwork, because, you don't want to partner with somebody who is going to try to not give you the credit for your work. You want to always get the credit for your work. That is very important. Some people say things like, it doesn't matter who gets the credit as long as the people get the help. I say that's BS. Credibility means a lot, and transparency is what prepares the pathway of trust. No transparency, no trust. A lot of people got trust issues anyway, you dig? And so what I'm telling y'all is you got to make sure that you're transparent. And partnering with a nonprofit, like, do it. This nonprofits out there, you got to think about who got a similar vision, a similar mission, similar values. Somebody is spiritual, because don't forget about the spiritual component. You know what I'm saying? You want to do business with spiritual people. And it's a difference between religious and spiritual. Don't make me preach this morning. Speaking of preaching, there is a revival downtown at Pack Square, the 24th, 25th, 26th, starting today. They'll have the main event starting at 6. They have the kiddos activities from 2 to 4. But I tell you, nonprofit work is very important. Some people frown upon nonprofits because of their experience with nonprofits that didn't do it the right way, right? Their lived experience with nonprofits may be something that has led to them not trusting nonprofits or wanting to do anything with nonprofits, because they had done something with a nonprofit that was not trustworthy, that were not one that operated within, I say spiritual principles, but some people don't like God so much they don't even like the word spiritual. They try to connect spiritual with God. All the, what I'm saying? So even for the non-believer, let's just say universal principles like honesty, integrity, service, gratitude, perseverance, forgiveness, consistency, right? It's certain universal principles, transparency, that you want a partner to have, right? And so for those of you out there that's cooking up some innovations and wanting to create a program or something to offer a service, especially those who want to offer a service to people that are underrepresented, people who are not getting engaged to the point of to the point of being able to be aware of the resources. You want to provide a service and you cooking up an idea and you want to implement it, you feel me? You done developed that thing and you ready to implement it, but you need nonprofit support. You need somebody to be a fiscal agent or whatever. Man, find you a solid nonprofit to partner with. You ain't got to create one, because the time that you're gonna take trying to create a nonprofit and find solid board members, and good God Almighty, finding a solid board members is gonna be your problem, especially if you're trying to have diversity in Asheville, where everybody working multiple jobs to get by in unaffordable Asheville. People ain't got that much disposable time. With the time that they got left, they trying to take care of their spirit and family. They work, and then it's got to be family. You know what I'm saying? People ain't got the time. You dig? So keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about starting a nonprofit. You ain't got to start no nonprofit. Partner with a solid one. Y'all do good work together. Solidarity. Or in the public health space, they call it community cohesion. I've been talking about that a lot here lately. Y'all be blessed.